would hit military targets in retaliation to Operation Sindoor. Asif has said civilians would not be targeted. So these are the latest statements coming in. Brian Thomas is live with us for more on this story. Brian, the Defence Minister of Pakistan has spoken out. Khwaja Asif has said that military targets are going to be hit by Pakistan. What has he said in this statement?
Clearly he said that yes, the defense attack will be done itself. And, even when he was giving these very statements, also there was many explosive statements that was given. And he even said clearly, he described the escalation as defense response to what he termed as provocative action itself. And said that Pakistan, the military would be acted in defense to ensure their defense itself. And definitely there has been a lot of violations that we have been seeing on the ceasefire itself. There have been 11 to 12 ceasefire violations that have been happening, and now blatantly they've been coming and making such explosive and controversial statements that makes no sense itself, coming and making the recent escalation as a defense response that they have been saying over there.
Brian, as far as, of course, now this statement though goes, Pakistan can ill afford to escalate this conflict. If they try and target our military infrastructure, surely there will be retaliation, Brian. So far, India has had a very restrained response. We've not targeted any civilians. We've not targeted their military infrastructure. We've mainly targeted terror and terror launch pads and terror camps and terror infrastructure. That has been dismantled through Operation Sindoor. So Pakistan will clearly be escalating this if they decide to target military installations. Of course, Khwaja Asif saying they're not going to target civilians, but even if they target our military installations, they will be attempting to escalate this, Brian. They can't afford this.
Well, Uday, what more do you expect? Clearly, there has been so much of violations itself. Even when there was a briefing itself by the armed forces in the national capital itself, it clearly stated, the 9 locations that were raised itself, those were terrorist camps. They were training camps of Ajmal Kasab, David Hurley. Those were the training camps they were perpetrating these terrorists itself. And India did nothing but just raise those, terrorist camps. That was of Jaish-e-Mohammed, that was of Lashkar-e-Toiba. And clearly, if they say that, yes, we will be attacking, we will be making sure that no civilians being harmed itself. And if they retaliate itself on army artillery or itself, it goes against all of these conversations that has been going on. And India was at peace itself. There was a lot of peace from itself. India was in coordinated, coordinated response that was taken itself out. And now, after a response, after the avenge also, where after Pahalgam itself, where 26 innocent people were killed itself, and now Pakistan coming and making these statements itself as if, they are nowhere to be blamed, and they are taking a back foot itself and making such explosive, controversial statements itself. And not just controversial itself, it's a triggering statements also that is being made by Pakistan itself on there.
All right, stay with us, Brian.